sandbox. Be honest. Be fair. If you're in a group, everybody gets a say. Everybody gets a turn. If you don't get your way, don't throw a tantrum. Don't pick up your ball and go home. You know, when I ran for Congress the first time, in a primary, I got whooped. Lost by 30 points. I did not feel good about that. You know what I didn't do though? I didn't say it was rigged. I didn't start an insurrection. I went back and did some soul searching and figured out what I had done wrong and tried to do better the next time. And that's what we teach our kids when things don't work out exactly as they want. Okay, think about it, figure it out, do better the next time. These are basic rules that we teach our kids. They undergird our democracy, and that is at stake in this election. Because right now we've got folks who don't tell the truth and are willing to play around with the rules so they get their way no matter what. And that's why it's not enough to elect Democrats like Chris DeLuzio and Summer Lee and Josh Shapiro and John Fetterman. You've got to elect good people up and down the ballot. State legislatures, local seats. You've got to elect people who believe every vote should count, full stop. And that's not a radical idea. It didn't used to be. You've got to vote for people who will protect the integrity of our elections. Because that could make a difference if this thing gets close. Now, here's the good news. I'm going to give you some good news right now. The good news is you have the power in your hands to steer this country in a better direction. But it only happens if you vote. It only happens if you participate. We joke in my house sometimes that between Michelle and me, Michelle can be a little bit glass half empty. I, on the other hand, am the hope and change guy. I'm usually a little more optimistic. When she's reading the papers or watching the news and she gets a little down on the state of the country or the state of the world, I'm going to happen. Everything's going to be okay. And I believe it will. But it won't be okay on its own. It'll be okay because we've worked for it. It'll be okay because we fought for it. Not just on election day, but every day in between. These are tough times, Pennsylvania, but we've been through tougher times before. The important thing is we don't give in to the temptation to give up, to get cynical. The important thing is we don't turn inward. The important thing is we don't see politics as a zero-sum game where anything goes and rules are made to be broken. And the only way for us to win, people like us, is for people like them to lose. That kind of division in our minds, we got to get out of that mindset, because even in our darker moments, and there have been darker moments before, we've always had more in common than our politics suggests. Even when times are tough, what unites us has always been stronger than what divides us. There have always been certain rules that bind us together as citizens, no matter where we come from, no matter what we look like, what our last names are, how we worship, who we love. That's the promise of America. That's who we are. We may not fix all our problems overnight, but we can make things better. And better is worth fighting for. So if you're anxious, if you're frustrated right now, don't complain, don't boo, don't tune out, vote. Get off your couch and what? Put down your phones and what? Vote for leaders like Chris DeLuzio. Vote for folks like Summer Lee. Vote for Josh Shapiro. Vote for John Fetterman. Vote for leaders who are going to fight for that big, inclusive, hopeful, forward-looking America that we believe in. Vote for a country that is more fair and more equal and more just and more free. It is in your hands. Let's get to work. I love you, Pittsburgh. Thank you, Pennsylvania. Go.